And as women, especially as we get older, we have to become more aware and more intentional with what's going on with our body and our health. Hi, I'm Nurse Charity, and I have been a registered nurse for more than 20 years, and I talk about women's health, life over 40, wellness, and just learning how to be more intentional and taking better care of ourselves through all these different seasons of life. Today, I want to talk about something that I wish more women understood. There was a time a few years ago where I was diagnosed with multiple autoimmune disorders. I went to multiple doctors, had multiple tests, and they did not know what was going on with me. So, with my nursing background and my holistic background, I decided, hey, I'm going to go ahead, step up, and see if there are some things that I can do to heal myself. So that's when I started writing everything down that was going on with me, all the medicines that I take, who prescribed, took a little notebook, a health notebook of what was going on with me and the different things that helped and didn't. And so, like I said, I incorporated holistic things. I changed my diet. I just became more intentional about what was going on with my body and what I could do, because apparently the doctors didn't know what to do. So I know my body, let me figure out what to do. And so I'm not only saying this as a nurse, I'm saying this as a woman who has been through the trials, been through the tribulations of not having medical information readily and available that could have probably saved me a lot of headache when they ask me questions and I'm looking like, I don't know, I can't remember, I thought I could keep it all in my head. Let's get it out of our head and write it down. And not only from my personal story, but after almost 20 years of being in home health and going into patients' home, families' home, people's home, helping educate them about a new diagnosis the doctor just gave them or a new medication that they take, I have found out that a lot of people do not keep up records with their health. And then when in an emergency or time to have the medical conversation, no one knows what's going on. No one can remember anything. And not only can it be frustrating to you and the family, it can be a little bit frustrating to the provider, because if you're taking certain medications and it may interact with another medications, even your supplements, the vitamins that you get over the counter, those are really important to keep up with. So we want to start keeping up with our medication. The name of the medication, what is it for? That's also called an indication. How many times a day you should take it, how many tablets or capsule or the amount of medicine you should take, when you started it, and the name of the doctor, nurse practitioner, physician assistant that prescribed it for you. Those are all very important things to keep in mind and to have a note of. Tonight is to get all your medication bottles, get all of your vitamin bottles, your supplement bottles, and write them down. You look on the label, it has the name, it has the milligrams, which is the dosage, how many times you should take it. And sometimes the pharmacy put on there what that medication is for, because there are medicines that have multiple usages of it. So if you go on Google, it may say it's for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 things. That doesn't necessarily pertain to you. So make sure you ask your provider what you are taking that medication for. Next thing that I want to be sure that women over 40 know about their health is to know your numbers, know your numbers, know your numbers, know your numbers. I am a numbers person. I'm really big on it, and you should be too. But let me tell you why. If you're taking blood pressure medicine, if you have hypertension or been diagnosed with high blood pressure, right, they may put you on an antihypertensive medication or blood pressure medication to lower your blood pressure. Your blood pressure numbers is very important. If you make it a regular practice to take your blood pressure at home, then we have a better knowledge and understanding of how your blood pressure runs in a normal situation. right? So you take that list to the doctor with you and say, hey, these are my blood pressures when I'm at home, because it may be super high when you're at the doctor's office. Pay attention to how your body feels, your changes. So at the end of the day, take 2 or 3 minutes to write down how you felt that day. Did you take your medicines? How did you feel? Did you make a mistake and skip a dose? How did that make you feel? Is there something going on that you want to ask your doctor at the next appointment? Write that down. Have your notebook, write it down, write your questions down, write your medicines down. And let's keep a proper organization of our health so we can be more intentional and more involved in our healthcare. We can know the questions to ask. We can know what symptoms to bring up to the doctor so they can have a good picture of what we're going through also. So conversations like these are exactly why I've been working on creating something very special. It'll be a guide, a health reference guide to help us to remember our medications, questions to ask the doctor, and just have everything in a safe space in the case of emergency or a medical appointment. So please comment down below if that's something that you would be interested in, and I will share the link as soon as it's completed. Get on the waiting list because it's going to be really good and it's going to be really helpful.